What's happening, YouTube? All praises to the Most High Yahweh, and all praises to Yahusha. Glory to the creators of the heavens and the earth. Glory to his Son, who died for us to have the Ruach HaKodesh. And let's quicken the Ruach HaKodesh. Yep, let's quicken the Ruach HaKodesh. Halo Kwanzaa, once again, back at you with another one. And I just want to thank everybody that actually follows, listens to my videos, and actually listens to careful instruction, because most of my instruction is pretty careful. If you pay attention to what I'm saying, I'm teaching you how to quicken the Ruach HaKodesh. And you know, this video is titled, "What Does It Mean to Serve the Most High and the people also?" Like, you know, there's a serve Yahweh, serve Yahusha, serve the Ruach, then serve, that extends out after they exalt you and you serve others. And you do your best to remain within the will of the Most High Yahweh in obedience. Now, quick disclaimer. Hopefully, nothing I say offends anybody. And if you're new to the channel, pull up, have a seat. We're just going to have a conversation about serving the Most High and what he expects from us regularly, not just one time. This is a forever present moment that Yahuwah has presented us with. Watch the whole video. If you like the video, cool, give it a thumbs up. If you have a critique, go ahead, leave a comment. But all in all, this is all to benefit you, the people, and Yahweh. And I'm leaving myself out of it. Remember, I accept no glory for myself. Like, this is all Yahweh. I completed I completed an insight that I thought I would share with y'all. I noticed that everybody's like on a hustle and bustle for, like, it's getting antsy out here as far as these relationships go, as far as like people wanting to be in relationships and not knowing how to manage correctly. And, I get it. I understand it. I'm not saying that you're not entitled to want a relationship. I want a relationship as well. However, there are things that we must complete for the Most High to earn those things. We don't just get into, you should not just be trying to get into a relationship for the sake of getting into a relationship. It should be a purpose. And most people, when they get into relationships, their intentions aren't good a lot of times. Sometimes they get into relationships and they have ulterior motives. And you just have to, it is, some of them ain't even open about having ulterior motives. You have to be discerning. You definitely have to be discerning about the type of people that you interact with, male or female. For us men, it's the women, and just like they look for reasons to disqualify us. Women do look for naturally. They naturally look for reasons to disqualify you as their suitor, and it's I understand it. I'm not saying it's right. I just understand it. I know a lot of people don't they feel like they feel like they're being unjustly ridiculed or unjustly put into the either the friend zone or don't talk to me or don't ask for my number or you're a creep and all that stuff. But that's a woman's nature, man. That's just how they are. Because I don't have that issue as far as having genuine conversation without looking for something or looking to build something with that woman, like right off. Like, of course, attraction is the first thing for males and females right now. Like, so attraction is beginning to be the first thing for males and females. It used to be just males looking for attraction, but now it's like I understand that women 9 times out of 10 they hid the fact that they look for physical appeal, and they never were really direct or straightforward about that. So, a lot of men end up getting played later on down the line because you know uh, they they really wasn't as attractive to the woman as they would have liked to be when they entered into the relationship. It's just that, the woman just enjoyed how they were being treated at that time by that person. But later on down the line, especially if you're not keeping yourself up, you're not working out, you're not, there's just certain things or certain triggers that keep women interested that we don't, that some men just don't understand. And then on top of it, not everybody wants to be exciting. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm done with being exciting. It's a wrap for that, as far as that goes. However, this is just a general observation on serving the Most High, serving your and being in obedience to your relationships, and having righteous intention when you build these relationships. I'm gonna start off with the do's and don'ts. Do's and like the reason, like the intentions on why you should get in a relationship, and if you're not looking for any of these things, you should not be in a relationship or trying to get into one. One, if you're only looking for companionship, don't get into no relationship. If you are only looking for, hear me out. just, just, just hear me out. Companionship is the most selfish thing you can be in a relationship for. It's one of the most selfish things, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna explain myself before, don't come at me. Okay, so this is what it is with companionship, male or female. If you're only looking for companionship, the idea, tell the idea of a relationship to kick rocks for you. If you only looking for companionship, because companionship is selfish. If you're not looking to serve or be obedient, either party, companionship is just a way to have some quick, easy access gratification. Self gratification. That's really it. Quick, easy access self gratification. And this is just me looking at it from a logical standpoint, not even just emotional. But if you really want to look at it in an emotional standpoint, it's still emotionally selfish because companionship is generally I'm looking to not feel lonely. That's what companionship says to me. And you can do that with the Most High. Especially like if you're single, you serve the things of the Spirit. And so, what I've been learning and what I've been reading out of the Word of the Most High, as far as just companionship goes, and this is just a practical outlook. It's practical. I'm not even going into the Bible. It's just this is a practical outlook. If you're not looking to build a family, tell the idea of relationship to kick rocks. If you don't want children, go right ahead and move on to something else. Go like because one, that's initially what procreation is for to begin with. It's not for us to just enjoying each other. And that wasn't the purpose of procreation. He made it enjoyable while we're doing our thing, but all in all, procreation was initially just to create a family. It wasn't it of course it was of course it is to also enjoy each other, but without a purpose or without the purpose of because it's the purpose of sharing your energy with each other. Procreation is a way for a man and a woman to share their energy with each other and serve each other, make each other feel good. The purpose of procreation is to make each other feel good, not one making the other not one just making themselves feel good or the other making themselves feel good. That's a fallacy. If you're not in it to make your partner feel good or your husband or your wife feel good, and you're not trying to build no family, it's a waste of time. It's along the same lines of you just want companionship, and companionship that comes with responsibilities. It and the responsibility of taking care of whoever it is you're dealing with, taking care of them. Like the man taking care of the woman and the woman taking care of the man, and in a motherly fashion towards the man in a fatherly fashion towards the woman. And that's why I be saying, y'all, get off your high horses. These relationships and serving the Most High. If you gonna be in these relationships and serving the Most High, be respectful about the structure of a relationship and what it's for. Stop taking the divine order out of the relationship because that's what people want to do nowadays. You got women out here, like I said, I've been seeing too many podcasts where these people. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and speak on the podcast that I watched last night. Right, I was watching Anton Daniels and his I think he had 8 people on last night, and it was very interesting, also very telling about how twisted everybody is. I'm gonna just put it that way. People are kind of like they have the purpose of raising children twisted. Anton was right. You don't get like because I'll pose this question. Cause he was right. He said that if my daughter doesn't, he said that if his daughter does not follow the structure that he laid out for her to follow, for her to have the inheritance that he has for her, they cut her off. And I completely agree with cutting off children that want to live their own way. You know why? Because the Most High cuts off children that want to live their own way. You don't get the Most High, like He gave us an option. He gave us the option of free will, but if we want to live our own way, He steps away. And the inheritance of the tree of life and the inheritance of the fountains of wisdom and righteousness is no longer ours when we want to live our own way. And it's supposed to be the same for the children. When children want to live in disobedience or want to find out, and then, but yeah, I'm taking Anton's side. But let me, I watched the whole panel. It was only 2 people that followed what Anton was saying and actually agreed, but they was critically listening. And then I noticed the ones that wasn't critically listening. Did not critically listen. They wasn't thinking. All they did was want to argue. Well, don't you feel like that's too harsh to disown your daughter or take your daughter out of the inheritance? If they was asking all these kind of crazy questions, and I was like, he's actually right. He reads the Bible, and if people read the Bible, they will understand that you should not get unearned or unjust exaltation in your life if you're not living in a structure of obedience, which is another reason why I say that's another don't for relationships. Don't get in a relationship if especially you women that want to live your own way and want to try to twist things to make it to where where it's more advantageous for you And because men already have it hard enough dealing with y'all. We already have it hard enough dealing with y'all. Not only that, we have to protect y'all. Like if society was to go left, we the ones that got to get the bows and arrows and or learn, or revert back to trying to live life in a savagery manner. And and then we have to be well controlled, well structured. We can't have distractions. And a lot of times, unfortunately, I love y'all, my ladies, but y'all can be a big distraction for men. Very big distraction, especially if you're selfish. If you have a selfish nature, that's a problem. Stop trying to be out here having a man try to like get with y'all just so y'all can try to usurp his authority. Don't nobody want to deal with that. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand where women come from when they say that, men are, we stuck in our ways and we stubborn about certain stuff. And we are. But our job is to serve the Most High. Our job is not to serve y'all. We are not to be trying to serve you women if you are going against the ways of the Most High. And most of y'all don't read the word. Most of you women, and then if you do read the word, y'all take the word, y'all pervert the word, and y'all really don't like being under the authority of a man to begin with. Do yourselves a favor and stay single. And leave men alone. Or let a man find a woman that actually wants to be obedient and be in servitude. Stay out there, man, way. I don't care how good he look or, but y'all be trying to be slick. and I notice it. And a lot of these women, they pretend to, a lot of y'all, and I'm not, if you are one of the women that actually read the word of the Most High and you try to live by it, cool, this ain't for you. This ain't for you. I'm getting on the ones tops that wanna be out here being rebellious and trying to change the purpose of a man, because that's what it seems like a lot of everybody is trying to do. Change. They trying to revise the purpose of a man. Y'all say that we supposed to be providers. Providers for what? Unearned. Y'all want unearned provision. A lot of you women want unearned provision. And that's not what the Most High rocking with. The Most High is not rocking with that. And as a matter of fact, if you're not married, none of our finances should go to you if we are in a talking stage. None of my finances is ever going to any, like I done learned my lesson. Because y'all like to play. I learned my lesson a minute ago. And yeah, I had to pull back. I had to stop trying to initiate trying to be in a relationship without a purpose. Because a lot of y'all want unearned exaltation or unearned provision. We not here for that. Men are not created to give y'all unearned provision. the provision is for a helpmate, not not a person that's just trying to look for companionship. And then on top of it, y'all, yeah, the ones that make a lot of money and or boss babes or all those types of things, y'all brains is skewed, and I'm just being honest about it. And no, I'm not. I'm not showing y'all any videos right now. I mean, I could, but my purpose is to speak carefully about serving the Most High, serving Yahusha, serving this Ruach, and being in relationships with a purpose, with intention. Don't another don't. Don't be getting in these relationships thinking that it's supposed to be all sweet. Men ain't supposed to be chasing out. Men are not supposed to be chasing no woman. We're not supposed yeah, we supposed to express our interest if we're attracted to you. But y'all look for us to do the most. Remember, if you're a sensible woman, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to the ones that's sensible. I'm talking to these ones that want to try to usurp authority over a man or have some type of, like they don't want to live in a righteous way. That's what I'm talking to. You don't want to be righteous. You don't want to build a family. You don't want to serve nobody. You want to be self-serving. You want a man to provide and protect y'all, but you don't want to protect that man's peace. You don't want to protect that man's heart. You don't want to protect that man's uh health, because anytime you're out here being promiscuous, you're putting his health in jeopardy. Especially if it's a good man. And I ain't talking about these men that want to be whoremongers. I'm talking about the ones that actually want to provide and protect for y'all. And actually reading the word of the Most High. And actually trying to live in some type of structure. And they don't get it twisted. I understand that everybody's not read the word of the Most High like that. So I'm making this a practical explanation on why you should serve the Most High, serve Yahusha, serve the Ruach, and then if the woman or if whoever it is that you are seeking is following that order, that's the one you should be with. But just get with somebody because you're lonely or seeking companionship. No. Stop. No. Companionship ain't worth it. Because it's a selfish companionship. Seeking a relationship for just companionship is a selfish act in itself. Especially if you don't want children. If you don't want children and you just want companionship. Now let's put it this way. If you want companionship, I want to find somebody that I can help or somebody I can serve. And this is for you women. Find somebody to help. Stop looking for somebody to serve you in your selfishness. Because, I just sat here and watched it. And then the order of the family. If a man disbands or cuts you off, of inheritance or anything that got to do with him that's gonna set you up for the long run, and you want to get that, but you don't want to earn it. You got Men have every right to make y'all feel as terrible as they can make y'all feel. Men have every right, cause y'all like y'all be doing too much. I be seeing these things on podcasts, and I'm like, man, y'all want to overtalk people. You don't have a sense of you're not sensible when you're having a discussion. You don't like to critically think while you're having a discussion. Then on top of it, you're not critical listeners. I noticed that too. Everybody wants to stay hot. They want to be on hot mode all the time, like, or ready to spit rapid fire without actually intaking what they're listening to and actually paying attention. And then actually trying to come to some type of, make some sense out of what they're listening to. Instead, everybody's in it to try to attack the situation without actually seeing where somebody's coming from. So I'll use myself as an example. If I was to ever raise a child, and he took and did not want to follow the ways of the Most High, he got to go. Let's say that he decided he wanted to live an alternative lifestyle. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. And then on top of it, Anton Daniels is raising a daughter. And this is another thing too. If you don't understand the difference between raising a male and a female, don't get in no damn relationship until you figure that shit out. Excuse my language. Don't get in no relationship until you figure that out. Because men care very much about their daughters when they're raising them. And y'all seem to not get it. We don't want our daughters to be like y'all out here, not serving the Most High. Want to be haughty, want to be out in everybody's face, want to be heard all the time. Don't want to stay in a woman's place. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Obedient daughters. That's what we want to raise. We want to raise obedient, and well-structured daughters that can become wives out here. We're not looking to we not looking for daughters that want to go out here and explore. No. Not only that, and this is something I ain't ever said to y'all, but I'm going to say it to you now. Every woman that I've ever dealt with has, when we left each other, they left better than they came. Every last woman left, like they left with some knowledge, or they left with some type of structure in they mind. I planted seeds of structure anytime. Like, just because she left doesn't mean, like, I knew that even if this don't work out, I don't want to be wasting this woman's time. I want to make sure I teach them everything that I can to make them a better person for the next person that they get with. Okay? That's how I function. Because I know that they might get bored, or they might feel like the way that I run things is not what they want to deal with. And that's cool with me. But I always made sure that any woman that I was dealing with, I was talking to them. I was letting them get to know me. I was bringing some kind of value intellectually, emotionally. That's what I did. It can't not one of them say I didn't. Not one. Not one. Even if we argued, not one of them could say that I didn't bring them structure or value. Not one. And then on top of it, I was still peaceful enough to just let them go. Well, if you don't want to stick around, okay, cool. I think my very first relationship, that's the only one, and that was because it was my very first heartbreak, and I didn't know how to process that at that time. But as I got in and out of relationships and started going in and out of them, I could tell you, can't not one of them tell you I didn't have good intention every time that I was trying to involve myself. However, I was still wrong because I was still being I was still being lascivious, I was still being lustful. Not only that, I was seeking companionship. I was trying to be, being lonely, but seeking companionship in the wrong things instead of looking for the Most High, and then allowing the Most High to say, hey, okay, this is the one. Because she's trying to help you and she wants to stick around. I, so I can tell you from my mistakes. However, I can tell you this: not one of them, not one, could say I was a bad dude. Could say that could say I was like, I mean, pretty much. They can't say I was bad in you feel me, in other areas like the intimacy area. They can't say I was bad at that. Can't say I was bad at anything. The only thing they really could say was, oh, I felt like he was too controlling, or because I always had the intent to bring order to their life. And women say they want a serious man until they get a serious man. They say they want something serious until they see what serious looks like. And I test it every time. And don't get me wrong, like, I know how to pound the cakes. I ain't no rookie out here. Like, and then on top of it, I done had I done had people try to come back. So I know I'm good in the hood. But I'm just letting you know. If you don't have intentions on building something, don't be putting yourself in a situation where you're veering off from serving the Most High, and you dang on women that don't want to have any structure. Stop looking for people to serve you and start looking for people to serve. Look for the man that you want to serve. I be watching these dang on podcasts and it be hurting my heart. It hurts my heart to see y'all act like this. Because I know better. And I'm not talking to the ones that act right. The ones that are acting right and that's probably sit up and put away and all that stuff and know how to actually have a structured conversation and very managed. I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all are good with me. And I love everybody, like I said. But this has to be said about our women out here. Stop being so selfish. Learn how learn how to serve something outside of yourself. Road trips, trying to be out here traveling and all that stuff. None of that matters, especially because a lot of times y'all will put the family in jeopardy because you want to live your own way or you want to do things your own way. Y'all will put the relationship in jeopardy because you want to live your own way. Don't nobody want to deal with that. If you want to live your own way, don't involve yourself with nobody or involve yourself with Pookie and Ray Ray because they want to live their own way too. And then when you get involved with Pookie and Ray Ray, don't complain about Pookie and Ray Ray. Let Pookie and Ray Ray keep pounding your cakes. And stay out of other people and stay out of other men's face that want to get it out here and actually want to build something. Y'all, but y'all ones that want to be defiant, keep sticking with Pookie and Ray Ray, and crash out on them, crash out on Pookie and Ray Ray, and let Pookie and Ray Ray crash out on y'all. This is me giving y'all a practical outlook. I'm not using the Bible right now. I'm just giving you common sense knowledge. And me observing these dang on podcasts and then me looking at how defiant some of you women are. Some of you women are so defiant that y'all will put even your own children in jeopardy trying to allow them to live life their own way. Well, they should have a choice. No, you raise them where they don't. You raise them. The children don't raise you. You raise the children. Stop letting them get away with murder because that's what y'all want to do. And this single mom epidemic is showing itself. Stop allowing children to raise themselves. And I ain't saying that, y'all was taught correctly because you probably wasn't taught correctly. And I get it. I understand. But, that's it's just not something you want to continue to do with yourselves. And yeah. Stop saying you serve the Most High, you really don't, or you don't live by the word of the Most High. Like, or you one of them women that say, I don't even feel like I should have to read the Bible. I don't need a Bible to tell me how to live. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. If a man needs the Bible to tell him how to live, what makes you think you don't? And this is for my women that say they serve the Most High, but you really don't. I know I done said this before, but I'm saying it again because it seems like it. Y'all get besides yourself out here. Learn how to serve. Stop being in self-servitude. Learn how to serve the Most High, serve Yahusha, and serve the Ruach. And then have a structured plan on how you want to develop your relationship when you enter it. Have a structured plan. Have structured plans when y'all look for something. And I do understand that most of y'all women, y'all find y'all don't want to be with no lame. And I get that too. Like, I get it, trust me. Like, I understand. Like, I be seeing what y'all see and why y'all be breaking up with these men. But y'all ain't never straightforward about it. And that's a problem. Like, be straightforward. Like, and that's why I say, like, Stop trying to be out here giving your box up or being lonely and giving and seeking companionship. That is a selfish way to live. Stop seeking companionship and learn how to seek structure, seek servitude, seek to be obedient. Cause me as a man, I seek to serve the Most High. And then if a woman happened to come to want to help me and be my helpmeet or helpmate, then I want to serve. That's who I want to serve. The one that wants to help me. I don't want to serve unjustly. I don't want to serve a woman unjustly. I'm not about to be rewarding poor behavior. It's rap for that too. I done that my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but a lot of my life I've rewarded poor behavior with certain things. And then on top of it, I've even like I've even been in situations where, like I said, it was just a mutual thing, but they had other plans and it still went left. And that's because we wasn't doing it the way that the Most High instructed us to do it. We was doing it, I was freeballing it. I'm sitting here trying to build a relationship, and you build a relationship before the intimacy, not no time before that. Intimacy should never, it should take about, intimacy should not come until you get married, to be honest. That is the safest way. And then, and that's through trial, trial and error, and understanding each other. Okay, yeah, we find each other attractive. We find each other attractive. So now we gonna help each other out as we build this relationship. I ain't know I'm about to take you on a date or she about to take me on a date. It's gonna be, yeah, we gonna date each other, but it's gonna be reciprocal. Since I'm not getting no nookie, you gonna be, hey, I made you a meal. Men should run like this. Like, hey, she made me a meal. Cool. All right, cool. And then the things that we should do for them, like, even if it is to just genuinely help her out with maybe not even a bill, but more so like stuff around the house, like fix the house up or do things that require you to do manly things like fix up stuff around the house or change the damn fire alarm. Stuff like that. Like, if you're gonna initially start the date, it should be a gradual building of mutual loyalty towards one another. And this is practical. I'm speaking on something practical. I'm not even going in the Bible right now. When I go into the Bible, I promise you, I'm gonna let y'all have it. But right now, I'm letting you have it in a practical standpoint, and from what I done seen. Like I said, the Most High don't reward. The Most High don't even reward poor behavior. So why should a man reward a woman's poor behavior? Nor should a woman reward a man's poor behavior. But everybody wants to reward poor behavior. They want to incentivize poor behavior. And that's why we have so much poor behavior out here. Because everybody keeps perpetualizing it. It's perpetual. It's unchecked. It's unnerving too. Like I said, it's disappointing sometimes. Well, no, all the time it's disappointing, but just pay attention out here. Stop looking like stop seeking to be in relationships when that's not really what you want. You don't want no family. So if you don't want no family, you don't need to be really trying to get your lustful needs fulfilled. Now, if you just out here like that for real, and you like that for real, and you don't care nothing about the Most High, and you don't serve God, all right, cool. But also, don't be saying that you serve the Most High when you really don't read the Bible. And then, don't even say you serve the Most High just because you read the Bible. Because if you're not practicing it, if you're not practicing no type of obedience towards a man, you women, if you're not practicing no type of obedience towards a man, stop saying you believe in the Most High. Because no, you don't. You're a liar. And then even me, if I can't say that I serve y'all, if I can't say that I serve y'all without seeking, uh, if I'm sitting here being selfish while I'm serving y'all, I can't say that I follow the Most High. Yes, I want to live a life of righteousness. Living a life of righteousness does mean we're gonna have to find a way to come together, learn how and then I even take it a step further. Every I feel like every 3 months, after you done got to know each other and after you got to know that you find each other attractive, I would say every 3 months, check to see how the relationship's going with each other. Point out the bads, but then lastly, point out the goods. Do the bad first, then end it off with the good. Well, I feel like I feel like we could have done this better or this better, you know. Then work on those things every 3 months. Celebrate. Go out to eat every 3 months. Like go out to eat. Reward each other. Reward each other while you're building this fresh new relationship. Reward each other. Oh, okay, well, he's been good to me. I'm gonna cook him a meal, or we've been doing good with each other. Let's go out. Let's go out to eat and celebrate every 3 months. But before that 3 months hitting, be in y'all situation, doing things to help each other get on each other's feet and all that stuff, and have some type of servitude and obedience towards one another, but mainly towards the Most High, so that y'all don't end up going left. Because when the world go left, y'all gonna need each other. Everybody gonna need each other. But just stop seeking just companionship and being, stop getting in these situations just because you're lonely. It's a dangerous thing to do that. I mean, I understand it, but it's still dangerous. You shouldn't do that. Matter of fact, it takes the Most High out of y'all situation when you do that. It does. And I ain't telling you nothing wrong. I'm just giving you a practical look right now. I'll have more commentary. And I also, like I said, This is serving the Most High in a practical way. Build your relationships before you perform the intimacy. Build the situation before intimacy even comes into play. Every 3 months, celebrate. Check on your relationship, and then go out to eat if you feel like it was successful every 3 months. Reward yourself. Practice delayed gratification. If you practice delayed gratification, you'll feel a lot more rewarded in your situation. And this is just me giving you practical insight on how I see things as far as relationships go, and looking at these struggle bus women on these podcasts that want to raise defiant children and want to allow children to be defiant. If you ain't got that, and because I'm going to get on that next. I'm not done. I'm just tired right now. But I did want to get y'all this though. Serve the Most High. Serve the Ruach, serve Yahusha. And serve the Ruach HaKodesh. And stop allowing yourselves to get in, to compromise your relationship with the Most High because you feel lonely. Because I did that. I did it. It doesn't work out. I'm still suffering for it. I still suffer. But, I'm over it. But it's like I gotta rebuild again. So it's like, but I also see where I made mistakes at that I can help y'all out with. You know what I mean? I can at least help y'all from my mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes I made. But also, if you are going to deal with somebody, teach the woman, like you men teach the woman that you dealing with for the next man. Teach him. Teach him. I do it. I've done it. And I go in with that kind of mind frame. Like, it might not work out. But now I done, I serve the Most High. So it's like, it ain't no fornicating. It's a wrap for that. The next person I deal with, before we do anything intimacy-wise, we're going to be building some type of structure all the way up until marriage, then intimacy. And it don't take long to know if I want to get married or not. So it's like, it don't take us that long. But at the same time, you still want to get yourselves established to some degree. But at the same time, don't find yourself. Don't find yourself out here doing stuff the wrong way. Don't do it. Because it will. You'll suffer. I did. And you women, stop doing this to men. Stop being self-serving. Look for men you want to help. I know y'all looking for swag out here. I get it, cause I done seen that too. Where you, but I'm glad that y'all at least being a little more honest about it now. Some of y'all women are being a little more honest about looking for swag, and that's cool. But stop saying that. but stop getting in purposeless relationships. It's not worth it because you're only making the Most High feel bad. You know he watches this stuff. He doesn't get a kick out of this. He does not. And that's my time, y'all. And if you made it all the way to the end of this, I love you. I love you, and if you like the video, thumbs up the video. Comment if you have a discrepancy. I don't mind confronting that discrepancy. And you know, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I got more for you. But this was just some practical insight on how to serve the Most High, but just a practical insight though. Like I didn't get into the Bible this time. Next time I will probably get into the word of the Most High. I appreciate y'all listening though. It's all love. All love. All praises to the Most High. All praises to Yahusha. And use the Ruach Okudesh. And this is to my wayward. This video was for the wayward women. You women that already know what to do. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the ones that don't know what to do. I'm trying to give them some practical insight that don't include the Bible so they at least can get something up out of this. It's all love.